So with Modern Warfare 3 being right around the corner and all the leaks and reveals happening right now, I figured it would be a great time to create a brand new perk system. Again. So hear me out. Sledgehammer's making the next Call of Duty game, and they reveal that their perks this time around will be tied to different types of gear, like vests, helmets, and gloves. For those of you who follow me on Twitter or hear me talk on the One Boom's live streams, this sounds awfully familiar to an idea that I've had for years, called body perks. So I decided to do a stream where I tried to make my original vision a reality. Right, so basically what I want to try to do is create like a sort of like UI looking thing. And yeah, we're basically going to try to make some Call of Duty menus. So basically the main menu that I want to try to get is a couple boxes pointing at the different major parts of the body. So basically my concept for this only has like 5 different sections. So your head, arms, chest, back, and legs. Okay, that looks terrible. God, that looks so much worse than I thought. I'm gonna load up my Xbox for a second, because I want to see how they did the lines. Alright, so I want to see how the lines look in the Gunsmith. Oh, there aren't any lines. Okay. Alright. There are no lines. Oh, God, which game had, like, the lines pointing to the part of the gun? Am I crazy? Oh, never mind, there it is. Okay. So it's like a sort of like a pale like tan, and it's like pencil thin. Okay, cool. We learned a thing. I don't know if I like that. I can't even see that one. Okay. Yeah, the white line's the best because it stays consistent with the rest of it. I think that's okay. I think that's fine. So this is gonna be like the main screen kind of. Actually, I want to try to do a thing here. Oh shit, that looks terrible. Oh, Jesus Christ, that looks so bad. I am struggling to make these corners rounded. Oh no, it looks awful. There we go. God, that looks so bad. So that's good. We have our first thing. This is the main perk screen. Okay, let's quickly pause here. Before we actually start doing what this video is supposed to be about, let me quickly break down the 3 things we need to do to make this perk system a reality. Step 1. We need to reorganize the perks into their new body groupings in a way that makes sense visually and thematically. Step 2. Add a unique cosmetic component to each perk so that you can identify what perks a person is using just by looking at them. And Step 3. Create a mock menu UI for everything and make it look pretty. So I already struggled to make that main menu starting screen, but seriously, how hard could this possibly be? Alright, so what we're gonna do, the game plan here. So my sort of like concept for this, the head perks, basically the description of the head perks is basically going to be mostly awareness perks. So basically perks that like give you like a sense of your like surroundings and all that. Your arm perks, mostly weapon handling. And things like, obviously there's going to be some things that, for example, let's say, so body perks. So it's going to be mostly like resistance perks. So obviously, like, tack mask wouldn't go here. It would go for the head perks. So that's why I'm saying mostly. So, like, just in general, like, when you go into, like, the different perk areas, you'll know, like, generally what to expect. So back perks would kind of be, like, mostly utility. And then leg perks is mostly mobility. So the perks affect your appearance now, like in World at War. And also, like, Black Ops 1. So basically this idea that I have is taking the idea from Black Ops 1 where your perk 1 perks affect how your entire character looks. So what I'm going to do now is sort of break it down into each individual perk slot changes how each like quote unquote limb looks. Yeah, so this is basically what they did in Black Ops 1. So each of the perk 1 perks changed the look of your character. Yeah, so this is for lightweight. If you're using scavenger, you have all your ammo pouches and your equipment. Flak jacket puts you in a bomb suit. Hardline made you look cool, and then Ghost was able to give you a ghillie suit for some of them. So basically, it's taking the Black Ops 1 idea. Right, so now what I want to try to do is come up with some perks that'll fit each category. So I don't want too many, but just to get a general idea. Okay, we need perks. Strong arm. Oh god, just like a. That's kind of funny. All right, strong arm. Okay, we need more perks. More perks. We need more. take down, kill enemies without revealing their position. I don't know, like it's tough picking stuff from ghosts because it's just fundamentally different because each of the perks actually have a different weighted value. As cool as it would be to bring back some of the ghost perks, the reason why Ghost was able to do what it did was because it was able to basically separate, like basically break up like bigger perks into a bunch of different smaller ones. I don't know. This is a lot harder to do than I thought it would be. It's like trying to find like original perks that would work in these categories is really tough. What's making this hard is specific types of perks need to be in a specific location. I think it's like not necessarily. It's just that like what my goal is to have like the majority of the perks be whatever role this is. So like not all of them, but like trying to find things that are like sort of like body associated like at all is weird. Because things like I also have to keep in mind like with this idea, like there's gonna be like a visual component to it too. So I'm trying to think like as I'm looking through these perks, like what the visual part would even look like. Right? Because like some of these we don't even have anything for. There's less perk variety between games than I originally thought. It's like for some reason I just assumed that they were just more like different types of perks. But like really the only difference is just what the game calls them. It's like a lot of them basically do the exact same thing. Yeah, because like this idea seemed a lot better in my head than actually like trying to like flesh it out. This is like very, very challenging. Oh my god. We have to be serious. We we can't do this. We have to take this seriously, or else we're gonna end up with garbage. Okay, so it turns out that making a perk system like this was way harder than I thought it would be. There were a bunch of problems I was running into. The old perks that I was referencing were either outdated or repetitive. I was struggling to come up with cosmetics for a ton of the perks. My chat was being less than helpful, and then this happened. There we go. He's using Sixth Sense. God, this is so stupid. So dumb. Yeah, I think I might just end it here. This is the guy. This is a disaster. Like, I can't believe I thought I was gonna get through like all the different things. Cause like, look, I even made like a back version. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. This is a mess. So yeah, this was an absolute disaster, and it was clear to me that I needed some backup. So I decided to call my friends Matsuki, Gravity, and Gamerboy, and hopefully our four brains can actually make something that isn't terrible to look at.
Yeah, man, we got 4 minds together working on this at once.
You think I have a mind?
I hope it's
No,
exciting.
I feel special. My
Aw.
mom always said I'm special.
So to recap what we have so far, we have our different categories. We have head perks, arm perks, body, back, and leg. And then we already have a couple perks in each category, and we're still trying to work on the cosmetic aspect of it because that's really the part that I want to focus on. Because like balancing right now isn't super important. Not like the last like tier like pick six system that I did. Like that like balancing isn't super important for this one. It's just the concept that I want to flesh out and make it look kind of pretty.
Are we gonna do like modern era sort of like cosmetics, or do we want to sort of dive into the BO2 era a little bit as well?
Let's try to stick with modern era and like maybe very, very slightly futuristic.
Okay.
It's like my idea is that we pretend that this is going to be for Modern Warfare 3.
So how are we feeling about Commando? Obviously, that has to be some sort of just elongated arm, bro. Like this dude's arm
Yes.
extends like an extra 12 feet or something.
Extendo arm thing.
Hope he's got that go-go gadget type beat in
Yeah.
his arm, dude.
True.
And if they do bring it back,
Oh,
I would
God.
like for it to be something silly like that, like just a fucking extendo arm that makes no logical sense.
What is it? I think it's like an
Kinda like
SAS
a-
thing where they have like knives sort of like kind of like on like their sleeves or something like that. Okay, hold on. I found the thing. Yeah, so on my stream right now, this is one of the skins in Siege, and he has the knife
Oh, okay.
strapped to his wrist.
Yeah.
If you scroll down, this is what I was thinking for the, what do you call it? Customization. Sort of a menu like this where you can just go like up and down or left to right and switch between the gas masks, I guess, like that.
We could do that. Yeah, 'cause, what Gravity sent in the group chat, like I kind of like how that looks because it still looks like similar enough to the current Modern Warfare menus.
You know how in Cold War, when you choose your operator skin, it's basically just a bunch of boxes with different operator skins that you kind of choose.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was just going for there. So I just yoinked that idea. That's why wasn't sure if you want each gas mask to do something differently, you know?
So I was
Or
thinking
if
it would just be like a cosmetic difference. Like the perk should
okay.
just behave as the perk, and then those are different options that you can unlock. Like let's say by getting 100 kills using tac mask or stuff like that,
Yeah.
or resisting like a certain number of pieces of equipment. But like I think the
Okay.
easiest one to do the sub menu for would be tac mask, just because there's like a whole bunch of different types that we can just easily pull PNGs of.
So I could finish this mock-up if you're gonna want to include that in like the video.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so also like I want to maybe have a section on like the side where like it would show this one is like locked, but this is the challenge you would do to unlock it. All right. So going back to like the main screen, because in terms of like how like the lines are pointing and everything, like that's kind of what I'm going for, but it just looks very bad.
So you're looking just to replace the red boxes with the text?
um yes, and have it look similar to like the actual like gunsmith screen. I need to pull up a reference image for that. Okay, I'm looking at the gunsmith thing, and like each empty slot has like the little like white circle with the little plus sign in it. I think that's a plus sign.
Mhm.
I think I might steal that. Yes, if I add a circle and just do like a little plus in it, I can probably make that work. You guys should make one of those videos that has the UI and its functions. What exactly do you mean by that, empathetic? God, empathetic, are you crazy? Can't do that.
You can't do what?
We're not that good. We can't do that. He's like, oh, like you should make like an actual like functional UI thing. It's like, God, no. Too
Oh,
hard.
I've seen this one. Oh
It's
my
like
god.
it looks really cool, but we're not that good. So I'm gonna quickly drag something onto stream. So this is what I had last time. It looks terrible, but this is sort of like the general idea that I had, or like the sort of like the middle menu layout. Oh, you're heading out, Gamer Boy?
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out. That's what I'll do this week, though. I'll come up with I'll design some like perk icons and stuff like that.
If you're gonna make perk icons, then what we
Mhm.
could do is just focus on the head perks. So like the four head perks that we have. If you want to make
Okay.
perk icons for that, and then instead of like the little like white circle thing that I have going on here, we can use that instead. So if we're gonna do something with perk icons, then I think we can hold off on like the middle menu then, because your little sketch that you did with like the little circles and like the rectangle next to it, I think I could just do that once once Game Boy makes perk icons and all that. So after a couple more hours of us working, with Gamer Boy off creating perk icons, Matsuki grouping the perks and dressing up Soap, Gravity working on a sub-menu behind the scenes, and me finalizing the main perk menu, we were just about ready to finish up. Okay, this has been a lot more successful than I thought it would be, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so we basically have 2 and like a quarter of the menus. Because the actual like head perks thing, I think what we can do for that, I think we just have to wait, because I do like the idea of having like actual perk icons for the perks, and then when you actually go into it, then you see the actual cosmetics for it. Yeah, so thank you so much for the help. I
Of
probably
course.
wouldn't have been able to do most of this.
It's always a pleasure to be here, man. Always.
And with that, it's finally time to showcase the body perk system. But before we dive into the menus, let's talk about the perk groupings. Each body perk category has 4 perks, each with their own unique cosmetics. I'll be giving a brief overview of the perks and highlighting some of the standout cosmetic options. Keep in mind that these perks that we chose for each category are meant to showcase the concept of this idea and aren't necessarily balanced. So starting with the head perks, these perks are going to primarily focus on gameplay awareness. The category has Tac Mask, Awareness, Sixth Sense, and Tracker. Tac Mask will have gas masks, and Awareness will have headphones as their customization options. The arm perks mainly revolve around weapon and equipment handling perks, like Strong Arm, Fast Hands, Engineer, and Commando. Engineer's cosmetic would be like the arm tablets that were in Black Ops 2, and Fast Hands would be something simple like fingerless gloves. Chest perks focus on resistance and survivability. This includes Flak Jacket, Scavenger, Quick Fix, and Toughness. Flak Jacket would give your character a bomb suit, and Scavenger would give you extra ammo pouches on your chest plate. With the back perks, most of the perks in this category will be for utility. The 4 we chose for this category were Ghost, Cold-Blooded, Bird's Eye, and Overkill. The Ghost perk will give you a ghillie suit, and Cold-Blooded will give you a backpack with a jammer inside. And lastly, we have the leg perks, which focus on mobility. In this category, we have Lightweight, Dead Silence, Stalker, and the last one is a brand new perk we created called Drifter, which lets you slide further and faster. Lightweight will give you running shoes, and the Drifter perk will give you knee pads. So now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. So using Tac Mask as our example, it's finally time to show how the UI and menus for all this will look if it was actually implemented into the game. So welcome to the main body perk menu. As you can see, I took heavy inspiration from the design and UI of the gunsmith menus we've gotten over the past few years. We have Soap generously acting as our model for this menu showcase, and he has kindly allowed Matsuki to get him all dressed up, which we'll see in a little bit. Let's begin by selecting the head perk category. On screen now is the head perk menu. We can see the 4 different head perks, along with the unique perk icons that were designed by Gamerboy. If you notice, each perk icon has a skull motif, which shows that all these perks fall into the head perk category. So now we get into the part that I'm the most excited about, which is the customization. By default, every perk will have a standard cosmetic option that everyone will get access to. For Tac Mask, this will be a fairly standard looking gas mask. However, if we select Tac Mask as our perk, we are brought to a customization submenu that was created by Gravity. As you can see, there are multiple different types of gas masks that we can customize Soap with. As we scroll through, we can see how Matsuki was able to squeeze Soap's head into some of these gas masks. As you can tell, some of these cosmetics have been unlocked already, and some of them are grayed out and locked. Let's take a look at one of them. When we hover over the locked cosmetic item, we're met with the challenge that we have to complete. Upon completion, we earn some XP, and the cosmetic item becomes available for us to use on Soap. This particular challenge is fairly simple and only requires us to resist 50 pieces of enemy tactical equipment. Sadly, since this gas mask is locked, we'll have to select one of the other ones to use. Once we do this, we're brought back to the main body perk menu, with Soap wearing his new gas mask, and the empty perk slot circle is now replaced with the Tac Mask perk icon. We wanted to make it very obvious, both in the menus and in-game, what perk someone was using, which is why we tried to make each perk icon and cosmetic option as unique and identifiable as possible. And that wraps up the body perk showcase. Hopefully you enjoyed the hard work that Matsuki, Gravity, Gamerboy, and I put into making this perk system a reality. I'm looking forward to seeing what Sledgehammer is able to do for their version of this system in Modern Warfare 3 and getting my hands on it in the fall. If you guys enjoyed this very different style of video and want to see more collaborations like this in the future, let me know in the comments down below. But with that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.